Good evening, everybody.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Sunday Night Chat with Jean-Luc and Nick. You know who I am. I'm Jean-Luc.
I'm Nick.
And it is day 7 of KickStart
One week
Winter.
down.
We've already done this for 7 days. Like, can you believe that 7 days? It's insane that, sometimes a week takes forever, but then sometimes a week is like a blink of an eye.
Yeah, and wonderful weekend. Whether you're still feeling shaky, if you're feeling strong, if you're somewhere in between, tonight's for you. This is our moment to reset, refocus, and reflect as a community. And I also want to ask you all in chat, give us between a number 1 to 10 how you're feeling this evening. Are you doing great? You're feeling like 10 today, or you feel like a 5 because you're struggling a little bit. Just give us a number in chat so people can see how everyone's doing.
And I also want to say it's okay being a 1. There's nothing wrong with that, right? We're not trying to say you know what I mean? It's just a way of making us understand what the vibe is in general, right?
Exactly.
So it's great to see a bunch of numbers fluctuating anywhere between 1 and 10, and we're all going to have good days and bad days, right? And that's okay because we have to learn from these experiences. We learn everything from these days. So before we get into tonight's topic, we have a bunch of stuff we want to talk to you about. First things first, we're going to remind you once again, this is a reminder that we're going to make every single time. Get those bottled waters out.
Delicious.
Bottles of water out.
This is like my 3rd or 4th today, so
I stopped counting.
My hydration is going well.
Mm-hmm.
How's your hydration going?
So remember,
everybody's good with their water this week? I like that.
Remember when we take a sip or we say the word corn, which doesn't happen as often as it used to, but sometimes we remember.
Exactly.
Take a sip of water yourself. Also another thing too, if you haven't tracked yet, which is okay, we do recommend that you track daily if you possibly can, or every other day. We ask you to avoid waiting to the end of the week unless that's the only way that you can do it. But doing it on a daily basis really keeps you on par, and it really gives you that mindset of, okay, I'm doing this, and then it becomes a habit. But a great way to do it is stack it with your Tuesday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night chats. While we're in chat right now, pull up your phone. It's not an app, but the website is easy to use on the phone. Scroll through, check off your commitments, go to the dashboard, and then boom, you're done for the night, right?
Exactly.
Or wait till tomorrow morning. That's what I'm going to do.
And a quick reminder about kick walkers. You've seen Darcy and a few members posting their walks.
Kick walker captains are awesome.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's what we're looking for. We want people to be encouraged and walk together. And that's why this group was created. So if you feel the encouragement is rubbing off on you and you want to share your photos of your walks or do live videos, feel free to use the group to do that, because the more of us share, the more of us will be inclined to go. I've seen a lot of posts this week where someone said, I did this, and someone said, oh my God, I forgot to do that. I haven't done that in a long time. I'll try it now. And so I know it might seem redundant to some of you, like, I'm just going for a walk, but someone might see something or hear you say something on that walk that might be like light bulb moment. And we all assume that everybody knows what we know, but I'm telling you right now, you know something that we don't know and that the rest of this group doesn't.
Definitely. Another reminder is, guess what starts tomorrow? Guess what starts tomorrow? It's the inauguration of the beginning of the KickStart Book Club. And you all already know that we are starting tomorrow, and we are going to be reading together the Let Them Theory. And we do just want to emphasize that this book club is a self-led book club. We are offering every 2 weeks suggestions as to where you should be or where we would like to everybody be in the book. And that way we can be on the same page for discussion. So we are giving everybody at least 2 weeks to read like 1 or 2 chapters, depending on how big the chapter is, of course. And we get it. If you're a fast reader and you just want to read through it, of course, feel free to do so. But make sure you go to the dashboard, and every day there'll be a section for the book club with questions and prompts and things to make you think about what you have read and what you think of the book so far, or
how lessons.
Yeah, and how you're going to be able to maybe
apply.
How you're going to apply it. How you apply it might actually help somebody else as well, right?
We also have the weight loss tournament starting tomorrow. So I will reiterate again what you need to do if you want to be in this weight loss tournament. The cost is $10. You need to go to jeanlucandnick.com/SHOP, our shop. There is a $10 ticket there to purchase if you want to be in a weight loss tournament. The winner, the person who loses the highest percentage of weight, will win half the prize pot. Right now, we got 49 people. That means the prize pot is around $245 that we calculated.
Absolutely.
So the person who loses the most weight, if this is something that motivates you, if Biggest Loser competitions, weight loss competitions are a motivator for you, do it. If it's not a motivator for you, if competition makes you feel bad about yourself, if you think having your name on a list and seeing yourself lower than other people might deter you from continuing, then don't join the weight loss tournament.
What he said, I was like just thinking about myself when you were saying all this, and I'm like, yeah, I just don't know why competitions. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm gung ho for them, but when it comes to the weight loss for me, it just doesn't work for me. It actually deters me instead of motivates me.
Now, how do you submit your weight? So for those of you today who are joining the KickStart Weight Loss Tournament, you want to submit your scale picture on your tracker. When you're submitting your information, there's a section that says, I want to enter my weight. If you click that box, another section will appear saying, I want to submit my photo for my weight loss the weight loss tournament. Select that. There's an upload button. You select it, you grab your photo, and then upload it that way, okay? If you've registered for the weight loss tournament but not bought the ticket, don't worry. You're not in it. You don't have to worry about unregistering for it. It's fine. After tomorrow, only the registered people will see that they're registered on the dashboard. Those of you who didn't buy a ticket, that'll be disappeared for you. You won't see it anymore. Only the actual weight loss tournament members will see this going forward. And as I said last Thursday, if you guys look on the top 25 section on your main dashboard, it actually shows you the top 25 points, top 25 steps that you guys have been submitting, and top 25 weight loss. And on that top 25 weight loss, there's a little star beside under WLT. That little star indicates who's in the weight loss tournament. So if you see your ID and you say, oh, I'm 6, and you see there's 2 stars above you, that means those 2 people are currently in the weight loss tournament and have lost a higher percentage of weight than you so far, okay? So we're starting tomorrow. We're very excited for this. I'm actually in it. So I'm going to have a star win, but I put myself in it because competition like this really fuels me. I've done Biggest Loser competitions back in the day at work, and I lost a lot of weight because I am competitive when it comes to that kind of stuff. So that's why I'm doing it. I can't win, but the more things I can push myself to do, the better I can actually, lose the weight I want to lose. And we both have lost weight this week.
Yeah.
So
I'm teal on shape all right now. So
I'm green,
and I'm on a 7-day or 8-day streak since the 1st of January.
7 days. I'm on a 5-day one
because I think it was
6, something like that.
I was either December 31st was the first day I got back, or the 1st. I can't remember.
And I'm green. Mm-hmm. I lost 7.9 pounds last week. So from the 1st to today, I've lost 7.9. Again, that's a big number. Remember, I was eating like a pig. It was Christmas time. Last week at this time, I was eating chips and cheese and drinking and smoking weed and doing all the things that I was doing before in my regular life. I've stopped all that this week. And so this is me not snacking every night. This is me doing step classes 6 to 7 times this week. This is me eating healthy foods with Jean-Luc. But both of us have been doing this really well this week, and that's why we have lost this weight. Is it going to be the same thing all the time? No. But we're not willing to give up. We're going to keep going, try to do our best that we can the whole time.
Yes, you can still track your weight on the website if you're not part of the weight loss tournament. We've not removed that portion. That's always been there. So feel free to track your weight.
You just won't have a star.
You just won't have the star, and you're not in to win for the money, which is not a problem whatsoever.
Exactly. You can enter your weight. You can enter at any time. You can enter your weight all the time. The only thing that you have to do if you're in a weight loss tournament, as of tonight, is submit that photo. That photo section will disappear after today. You won't be able to submit the photo anymore because I'm hiding that. This is the last time you'll submit your photo. Then when we get near the last week of Kickstart, that area will reappear again. And I'll be saying, now submit your last weight with your photo. When we find the winner, I will say, okay, here's the original picture, here's the final picture. It matches what they submitted. They are the true winner. They will get the prize. If someone does not submit their picture, it's up to you to do this. So you make sure you submit it, because if I don't get it and you guys say you win and you say, oh, I submitted it, please check with me if you're not sure. If you uploaded it and you sent in, you got in your email, and if in your email you see it was submitted, you're good to go. That means the picture's fine. But if you're not sure, you're not sure where to go, remember, go to your tracker, submit it, and at the bottom there's a section to actually put in your weight and your image if you're doing a weight loss tournament.
And yes, you can submit your weight daily or
Anytime,
any daily, weekly, whatever works best for you.
never.
However, the two only true logins or inputs that we're going to look at are the very first one that you put in and the last one. We're not going to go through and see how you fluctuated, because that's not what the goal is. It's just seeing where you started and how you ended in order to determine the highest percentage.
You will not be able to submit your photo tomorrow, so it has to be as of tonight. And if you already submitted your photo in the last 5-7 days, it's fine. That's the photo we'll use. The tournament technically starts Monday last week.
Oh yeah.
Like Monday last week, like, because you guys can submit any scale this week to set your start weight. But as of tomorrow is when we're going to start calculating the percentage of the weight lost based on your initial weight submission, okay? And as I said before, you need to go to your tracker to submit your scale. I don't know how many times I have to repeat this, guys. You have to go to your tracker to submit the photo of your scale, please. All right.
And we'll answer all these questions that everybody has about all this afterwards, because we're going to continue with the show right now. This was just a quick reminder about that stuff. So hold off your questions for the weight loss once we stop the live.
For those of you who are not in a weight loss tournament, nothing changes.
It's exactly the same.
It stays the same. It's the only difference is people who are in a weight loss tournament can win money. That's the only difference.
The way you track everything is exactly the same. The only difference too is those who are in the weight loss tournament have to submit a photo.
Exactly. So
before we get into this evening's topic, we thought we would decide to. What did we talk to you guys about earlier this week? I think it was on Thursday. 1 second. Do we like the way it tastes? Do we like the way it tastes? Canada Dry, new flavor, and I'm so excited because I couldn't find it at the store, but our lovely friend Heather was able to find it for me and brought it to me, and I've been dying to taste this. This is a new Canada Dry flavor. It's peach mango, zero sugar Canada Dry, and you know us, we're huge Coke Zero fans. We love Coke Zero, so the fact that they've come up with a different flavor of Canada Dry just makes me very excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to test it out for both of you this evening.
For both of them?
For all of you.
There's only 2 people here.
For us. Ooh, it's so clear.
You know, we said we've been bringing this back.
We're bringing it back, so we thought we'd bring it back tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, first, cheers.
You want to smell it first?
Of course. It smells peachy.
It has notes of peachiness.
Smell more peach. Let's look at TikTok, because that's where it's gonna go later.
I smell some peachiness.
Told them that earlier.
I smell some peachiness.
It smells peachy. I don't smell mango.
No.
Okay.
No. Cheers.
Taste. Cheers. I love it. It's yummy.
It's not that strong.
It's light.
It's a very light flavor.
It doesn't taste like ginger ale. I was expecting there to be a big pungent ginger ale, and that's what I was afraid of, the mixture of peaches, but it's good.
Tastes good to me.
I'll drink it. Tastes more like a juice than a pop, but it's carbonated.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So guess what? We like the way it tastes, but we like the way it tastes.
Ba-da-ba.
Stay tuned for more. Do we like the way it tastes? In the next couple of weeks, for sure.
So we love trying new products. So if you have a suggestion of a product that you've seen that you want us to try, please let us know.
Let us know.
We'll go out and actually purchase it and try it. And now that we've talked about and we've had our taste test like we wanted, let's move on to what happened to us this weekend.
A catch up. No mustard or a relish, just a catch up.
So we had Heather and Jen from Wrestling Mama join us and come visit us for the weekend. We had purchased tickets to go see Mrs. Doubtfire for Christmas. Yep. And so the 4 of us went to see Mrs. Doubtfire, the musical.
We did. So on Friday night, they showed up, which was great. We had cheese fondue. Oh, my goodness. I made a Havarti cheese fondue just for like an appetizer.
But it ended up being dinner, too.
It was like all of the above. But it was so good and simple. It was just melted cheese, a little bit of wine, and bread. Yeah, we had bread and cheese, and we loved it. We were up really late that night. We had some amazing conversations, some great laughs. We were up till about 4 a.m., which is very rare for Jean-Luc and Nick. We don't go to bed that late, especially lately. But it was great. Saturday morning, we woke up, went to IKEA, did a little bit of shopping at IKEA. And then we had planned to go out to eat before the show because the show was downtown Toronto at the Princess of Wales Theatre. And we were like, okay, so Nick was driving, and on our way into town, we were like, okay, it's 6:30. We have about an hour, which should be fine. We were just gonna go get some appetizers and something to snack on before the show. We stopped at one restaurant, and the Run restaurant had one. It was a beautiful restaurant. It was Mexican. Nick and Jen love Mexican food.
I love tacos.
They love tacos, but nothing on the menu.
I couldn't eat.
Nick couldn't eat anything, but they were so nice. We're like, it's okay, we understand. Like, no worries. So we ended up
They had
leaving.
chicken, but it was mole, so
was
it's chocolate
chocolate.
chicken. So literally, there was nothing on the menu I could eat.
So they actually recommended us to another restaurant down the street, which we ended up going to, which was packed and smelled delicious.
Yeah.
And they had this deal where it was like a menu choice where you had an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert for $20, which is very rare in Toronto to find. Like that was a great deal. So we were all gonna start ordering. We ordered our drinks. It's now like
An hour later.
quarter after 7. Their show starts at 7:30, and we haven't even gotten our drinks yet. And we're like, okay. So finally, the waitress came up and said, "I'm really sorry, guys. The restaurant had emptied out because everybody was going to the show." So it made us laugh. We're like, okay, well, she's like, "Here's the drinks on us for free. Don't worry about if you guys don't." And we told her we're probably not going to be able to stay for food. I don't even think they had started making it yet, to be honest with you, because they just let us leave and gave us free drinks. And I do not want to say anything bad about the restaurant because guess what? We want to go back to try their food because it smells so good. And we understand that it was ours too. We should have got there earlier to be able to actually, have a regular time. But we lost track of time. So it's all good. We'll go back to that restaurant and actually do a review because again, I think the food there is going to be amazing.
I love Mexican, so.
So we went to the show.
And Mrs. Doubtfire was, if you have a chance to see the show,
The musical,
it is amazing.
Wow.
We had a great time.
Wow.
We laughed so much. The way they modernized it and changed it made sense. We've seen other musicals in the past where they changed it and modernized it, but it changed it to the point where it wasn't recognizable anymore. The original story wasn't the same. But this musical actually kept the story and
well, there's no music in the original movie, right? It's Robin Williams and his comedic antics, and you know how we've all missed his comedic antics for years now. Unfortunately, he's someone that has always held a deep place in my heart as far as being funny and acting. And I've been told many a times when I lost all my weight that at times I did look like him. A lot of deaf people would tell me I look like Robin Williams. So whenever I see him, I just think of myself sometimes, and I'm kind of silly like he is sometimes. But the actor who played Daniel, which is the main character, at first it was weird because it wasn't who we thought it was going to be. But as soon as Mrs. Doubtfire came out, you were so enveloped in the entire
the voice
thing.
was identical.
Like,
so you felt like Mrs. Doubtfire was literally on stage, and it was insane. There was one part, and I'll say my favorite part. My favorite part was at one point there. You know, at the restaurant scene. You know when they're all having dinner and he's going back and forth. So they do this in the musical, but during that whole scene, they have a singer. A Mexican singer who's at a Mexican restaurant. I actually yelled at that point. I says, "Do they have our dinner?" Because we hadn't eaten. So,
is that my guacamole on the table?
So and then the lady comes out, and the whole song she's doing is
a flamenco dancer.
The whole song she's like, "He was a liar," and the whole time she was running around singing that he was a liar, and he's running around back and forth, between the two tables to kind of do the Mrs. Doubtfire here and then himself there kind of thing. So it was cool.
The fact that they were able to change his costume. I think Karen in the chat said they changed it 35 times. No lie. There were so many costume changes in that show. It was ridiculous. The kids in the show were fabulous. They were just captivating, and you wanted to, I cried because it's a touching story. It is a touching story. And you know what? If you get to see it, I know it's done as of January 16th, but it most likely will come back. A lot of times they do come back, especially if there's a high demand for it. And if it was anything like we heard people talking when we walked out, it probably will be back because everyone's like, this is like the best show I've seen forever. And we couldn't agree more. It was one of the best shows we've seen. So we got home late. We had not had dinner. So guess what Nick and Jean-Luc did? We ordered a burrito. We were like, what?
We wanted Mexican food.
We wanted Mexican food. We ordered a burrito.
Yeah.
We ordered a burrito, which was great. We didn't go to bed as late. We was around 1 o'clock when we went to bed. This is what I'm proud of. We still woke up for step this morning, which with Jen and Heather here with us and being out late 2 nights in a row, we still woke up for step. And I'm so proud of us because a couple months ago we would have canceled it and said, nah, we're not waking up tomorrow morning. But we didn't because we are determined to get it back into our life. So
yes, and today we had plans to meet with our friend Mel, but she had planned here, so we couldn't actually have lunch with us, so we stayed home. We had something happen.
Yeah.
We will share after the live feed about more about what happened earlier today to us because we don't want to talk about it live. So for those in Zoom room, you'll hear we'll talk about it later. But we also had a fight today, the two of us.
Which, you know what ends up happening too, and we never even thought about this, but the fact that we had lack of sleep this weekend, it was nonstop all the time, all go, and then your emotions run wild sometimes, and when the smallest little thing happens, it could really sometimes create friction. But we got through it. We're here tonight, and we're here tonight because you know what, guys? We know being here tonight is important. I know you guys love it, and it's important for us. So we could not even think about canceling, even though we did think about it. We said no, because you know what? We need this.
Yeah.
We need to be out there. We need to be for people to understand that we're not perfect. We're vulnerable.
And we're not going away.
Days.
And we're not going away. Sorry.
We're leaving.
Nice try.
Nice try.
So let's talk about tonight's topic, which is perfect, a great segue about fresh start.
Yes.
Because today felt like that, having a fresh start. For some, a fresh start feels exciting. For other people, it feels like a bit of pressure, right? And for some people, it feels like you're starting over, you messed up. And that's not what this is. A fresh start does not mean you failed.
No, it doesn't mean you're actually behind. It means, and it does not mean anything else. It doesn't mean you're erasing anything you've already done because you can't erase anything, right? But what a fresh start is, it's like a simple pause. It's a pause point. It's a moment to reflect. It's a moment to think, okay, what was I doing that worked? What haven't I been doing? What do I need to keep doing? And maybe what needs some adjusting. That's what that's what it is. That's what a reset is. It doesn't mean I'm erasing everything I've already done and I'm going to learn everything from new as if I've never learned it before. It's impossible to do that.
And we've talked about this before, many of us have been on a weight loss journey for years. We've started our original weight loss journey together in 2011. So it's been a long time. The two of us have been on the ups and downs. All of us have done this. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you have said, I'm restarting more than once. I'm pretty sure that's happened across the board in this entire chat, on Zoom, on YouTube. At least all of us have done it more than once.
Yeah.
But each time you've done it, you didn't forget the lessons you had before.
You're not like as much as we tell each other we're computers and we can just delete and start over again. A computer, yeah, you could lose all that data. You can lose, if you don't back it up, you can lose all that data. But your minds are actually erased, you know what I mean? Impenetrable, where you can't even delete that data. It's automatically stored there. We can pretend we can forget it, but we can't delete it. Sorry about that. Someone tried to call into us in Zoom.
Keep going, honey.
So always remember, there's other ways of looking at fresh starts too, because I know if we say reset, fresh start, maybe those are terms that don't work for you. So maybe think of something else.
What's up, guys?
Keep going.
Okay. So maybe think of something else. Maybe think of it as, instead of saying a fresh start, saying it's a reset. That's maybe a term that could help you keep going. Maybe say it's a course correction. I'm correcting. Maybe saying it's a check-in. I love this next one. Maybe it's a recommitment. Maybe you're recommitting to yourself. Or maybe you're just going to make a new decision with better information. When you make a new decision with better information, it's because you've done the research that you needed to do in order to see that what I was doing before might not have been working. So you're not starting from zero, as we said. That scared me. You're not starting from zero, as we said. You're starting with and from experience. right? You've all been on this journey before, on this wellness journey, on this weight loss journey. And we just need to realize that we have so much information in our brains that we need to tap into, and re-tap into as often as we can. And that's why we tell you all to share as much as you can, because something that you've been doing maybe consistently and has been easy for you is maybe something that somebody else has also done in the past, but they stopped doing. And if it wasn't for any of one of you who made that comment or make that suggestion, they might never have re-implemented it into their session.
So for returning members, sometimes this can feel tricky. Some of you have done KickStart before. You've been here. This may be your first, third, fourth session. Some of you have said, you've done this before and you've never tracked, or you started and you've given up halfway, or you've never tracked at all, or you haven't even attended KickStart. You're just here as a curious person and watching what's going on. So what can you do for yourself right now today to see yourself through all the way to week 13? What can you talk to yourself today? What words of encouragement can you give yourself to tell yourself, hey, I'm going to do this. I can do this. I can submit my tracker for 13 weeks. I can actually physically do this. What kind of self-talk can you give yourself that will encourage you to not give up on yourself?
Well, because a lot of the times we're like, oh, well, I've done this before. Why is this so hard? We look at the negative parts of things, or I should be better I should be better at doing this by now. And we create these limitations, but guess what? We're all human, everybody. And every season brings on different stress, brings on a different life. You know what I mean? Like, you're never the same person you were yesterday.
Exactly. And, you're a human being.
Mm-hmm.
We said this from the beginning. We're not robots. You're not going to be perfect every day. You're going to have setbacks. Things are going to happen throughout this. Look at what happened to us just today.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't told you yet what it is, but something happened to us today that nearly derailed us in some ways because it really affected us emotionally. So you might be affected emotionally in your journey by something that happens to you throughout the next 13 weeks.
And all we can suggest in those moments, and this is what we realized ourselves today, is don't give it any power. Take the power back. Empower yourself with the positive thoughts. Empower yourself with making yourself feel better, because whatever happens out there, I'm going to use what Heather says. That's an ish. That's an ish you, not an ish me. It's an ish you, not an ish me. I love that. Heather said that a few times, and I was like, you know what? It is an issue, because that's your issue that you need to deal with. Whatever you have an issue, if you have an issue with us, or if you have an issue with somebody else, you need to deal with that issue. But guess what? I don't need to deal with your issues, right? That's where I can't wait to read the Let Them theory, because that is really what it's all about in a lump sum. Yeah.
In a nutshell?
In a nutshell, that's where I'm taking after you.
I know.
I'm making lemonade out of lemons.
That's right. So, and another thing that we want to bring on, most people don't quit because they don't care.
No.
Most of the time we don't quit something because we don't care. Well, maybe a job. I'll leave that to your decision. But I mean, when it comes to things we love about ourselves, like our health, we don't quit because we don't care. We quit because we expect perfection. We miss a day, we start feeling guilty. Then we say, oh, wait, I'll wait till I feel motivated. I'm not motivated right now to do anything. And then you stop.
You know what's funny? You just said that. I'm not motivated to do anything, but if you do nothing, motivation will never come back.
Exactly. And KickStart is designed to prevent that. That's why we try to tell you guys, say next week, Tuesday comes along, something major happens to you. You can't do one commitment. Like all of them are out the window that day. You can't do anything. All we've said along is go to the website, submit number 1, send it in.
And that's it.
That's it. Next day, you're still struggling. Send number one. Just keep coming back. Because at least if you're not doing your commitments, you're establishing a pattern that, you know what, I'm not doing well today, but I still know these 10 things, 5 things are my goals right now. These are the things that are, you know what they tell you when you're trying, what that one thing they always tell you when you're trying to lose weight? Take a photo, put it on your fridge. So when you go to your fridge, you have a reminder of what you're aiming to do. That's what the Kickstart dashboard is for. Every day you log on, you see what your commitments are, what you're trying to focus on, and if you can't do it that day, that's okay.
Yeah.
Do you get all your goals done at work every day?
No.
Do you go to work and everything you laid out that day, that week, this is my plan, I'm going to work on this week, nothing emergency ever comes in and crashes your plan?
And derails you?
And derails you? What do? Do you throw the computer out the window, say, that's it, I'm done, and sit back and just do nothing for the next 3 weeks at work?
No, because then you'll get fired.
So why don't we do the same mentality with our own self journeys?
And why are we so hard on ourselves when we hit a 60% week and we think that's bad? We got 60% of our goals or our commitments accomplished, and we're upset about it. We need to reverse that, because guess what? Getting 1% of your commitments done, you should be cheering yourself about it.
Exactly.
Getting 10%, cheering yourself. And yes, this theme of repeating and coming back to yourself and being your own cheerleader is going to be out there the entire time you're with us. We will never stop making you cheer yourself on, because that's when you will see success. So let's reflect on a few things together right now. So I want people in the chat real quick, maybe a quick 1 or 2 words. What's one win from this week, starting last Sunday to this Sunday, or Monday to Sunday, big or small, that you're proud of? Like one win.
Doesn't have to be long.
No.
It could be something quick.
I love Marianne said 5 10-minute walks. Awesome.
Water, healthy meal.
Healthy meals, walking 3,000 steps a day.
Feeling optimistic. Wow. Decluttering.
Wow.
Step class. Daily task.
My goodness.
Oh my God. It's like everything.
Stop. I love this.
I love
Look
it.
at that. If we wouldn't have asked you that question, would you have seen it? Would you have even thought of it? Why don't you ask yourself that question more often? What's my win this week?
What did I do right this
What
week
did I
for
do
myself?
right this week? And it doesn't matter what size it is, because what something is small for you could be a Mount Everest for somebody else.
Exactly. So now the next question we want to ask you again, maybe a word or two.
What are you proud of this week? I'm sorry, hon.
I won't lie, and I know this is I'm proud I lost weight.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
After, I've been really
There's nothing wrong
it's been
with that.
2 years of not really doing much, and this is the first time I feel like I'm really focused again, much more. Like this weekend, people came over and they were drinking. I didn't drink this weekend. I won't say that I did not have a pipe or two.
Yes.
But I didn't drink and I didn't overeat.
We did not overeat at all.
I didn't overeat at all this weekend.
No,
That's why I actually lost weight this weekend, because I followed what I wanted to do. I'm following my commitments and I'm sticking to them as much as I can, but not with perfection. I didn't get all my commitments every day. Here, I'll be honest with all of you. Look, you see where it says X's with a circle? That means I did not get that commitment that day. I am not perfect. I don't get everything every single day. I'm the creator of KickStart with him, and I don't get perfect every day. So if you're sitting there going, oh my God, I'm so bad, I don't have all my commitments every day, I don't even get them all.
I'm bad because I was really good this week. I got my commitment.
You're not bad.
I'm good, I said.
Oh yeah, you said you're not bad.
I'm not bad.
Oh, okay, I heard I'm bad.
Go get you Q-tips. I'm not bad, but you know why I am bad? Just because I haven't marked it in my book yet.
Yeah.
But I know I did it, and because I've actually I'm caught up online, I just haven't sat down and marked it. But I know what I've done. I've already done it online. I've done it, and it's really funny because back in the day, last couple of sessions, my first week was never like this. This is the first, and this is what I'm proud of, is the fact that I'm actually committed. I've recommitted myself. I've recommitted myself, and I'm doing it for me and nobody else.
And the thing is that everybody, those commitments, I didn't get all of them, but I still managed to lose some weight this week. My goal for Kickstart is weight loss, but I wasn't perfect this week, and I still lost some weight. And so that's what we want to try to emphasize with you guys, is that we're not here to tell you guys you need to be perfect every day. We're here to tell you guys try your best every day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to lead you to success in the long run, because if you try, instead of just giving up on yourself, you'll keep trying all the time.
Well, if you don't try, you just don't know how you do. Right?
Exactly.
So what was something that felt challenging? And
For you
what
this week?
did it teach you, though?
Yeah. Is there something that was challenging this week? Something that you couldn't really do 100%? What was your challenge?
My challenge this week?
Mhm.
I think my challenge this week still was a little bit waking up in the morning when the days that we didn't want to, even though we did cancel a few morning step classes. But what it taught me is even if I don't want to wake up, if I wake up and I start moving, I won't go back to bed.
So there's a lot of people sharing their walking outdoors. Yes, I know some people in Northern Ontario have had horrible weather.
For you guys.
My mom filled me in. My mom filled me in on some of it. And so people saying walking weekends, not enough exercise. So that, you know what, there are going to be challenges. Like we said, there's going to be challenges throughout the entire 13 weeks of Kickstart. You're not going to be able to go through all this peachy, rosy keen. Some life situations will happen. There will be some times where you will be challenged to be actually do your commitments. Like we said, try your best every single day.
Well, I was going to try to be funny when you said peachy. I was going to say, yes, but if you drink ginger ale, peach, mango, but because you said it wasn't going to be peachy.
Yeah.
I was trying to lighten up the mood a little bit. And so, what's a small thing now? Our next question for all of you is, what's one small thing that maybe you can adjust? And I mean a minor adjustment
For next week.
for week 2.
So for those who said I had an issue walking outdoors, what can you do next week to maybe make that a bit easier for yourself? Maybe saying I don't want to walk outdoors, I'll go walk indoors.
Saying change your commitments right now. That's not what we're saying. Go change your commitment, make it easier for you. That's not what we're saying. What's an adjustment? Because an adjustment and change are two different things, right? So think of that things. And I love that example that Nick said of, I'll walk indoors this week instead of walking outdoors.
And yes, TikTok, this is our own program, Kickstart.
It is.
Recommitting.com.
We created it, all us.
So why we ask these questions, and you guys will notice on your daily guide, Sundays, there's a lot about reflection. It's very good to reflect on your weeks because that's where you're going to get clarity. You're going to be able to tonight's word, refocus. It's about looking at last week, realizing what was great, what was a challenge, and what can I do to make things easier for myself the following week. And that's the same thing that's going to happen every week throughout the entire 13 weeks because that's how you learn, that's how you grow, and that's how you make changes that'll make life changes for you.
So, on a closing note, we're going to go ahead and let go of the guilt. Okay? Let go of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Just go like this.
Let's just say,
getting rid of the guilt.
Go on, throw it out.
Throw the guilt away.
You're
throwing away.
Guilt,
no
right?
guilt.
And guess what? We're going to feel it sometimes. But when that guilt sets in saying, nope, I'm not guilty. I am still proud of what I'm doing.
I have a brilliant idea. Next time you're feeling guilty, just have Jean-Luc and Nick come up and say, hey, you're doing great. You're trying your best. Just pretend we're on your shoulders talking to you. And if that helps, if it makes you laugh, I'm telling you right now, one of you this week will say, guess what? I was struggling.
Jean-Luc and Nick
showed up on my shoulders. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
So we just want you all to know that we're really proud of every single one of you.
Yes.
There are 100 and what Diamond members right
135
now?
Diamond members.
135 Diamond members week 1.
Which is amazing. You guys are doing great.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm there too. I'm a Diamond member. I got all my trackers in. And so, like I said, keep doing your best. Keep showing up. We are live again on Tuesday. And Tuesday's chat, we will be talking about mastering your tracker and building non-negotiable routines.
He didn't say mashing, it's mastering.
I said mashing?
It sounded like you said mash. I'm gonna mash my tracker.
Mastering your tracker and building non-negotiable routines.
It could have been just me.
And then for Thursday night, we will be doing a recipe, butternut squash soup, one of my favorites that Jean-Luc makes. So we'll be making that on Thursday. And then next Sunday, we're back. And the next session is called Consistency Check-In, turning routines into habits. So we're going to talk about how these commitments now that you've been doing for 2 weeks, which ones are going to become habits for you?
You're going to start noticing that really quickly, where some of them you're going to be like, why did I even put that as a commitment? Because technically I already do it and I didn't realize I do it.
I've had some in the past where I wrote down this one's really easy. I already did it. I already do it all the time.
And sometimes you need to have those easy ones, but we'll talk about that next Sunday.
Exactly.
We just want to stop again and say thank you so much for being a part of this amazing community.
Exactly.
Thank you for those of you who aren't even part of the community, but just sit there and listen and comment and ask questions. We know we're here for a reason.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
No,
Yeah.
even if you try.
We're just gonna get louder.
Yes.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Annoying.
Yes.
You guys are gonna want.
Sorry.
Sorry. Not sorry. On
On
that
that
note, you owe me a ginger ale.
Cheers.
Cheers. I love you.
Never you.
Have a great night, everybody. Happy Sunday. We will see you guys on Tuesday.
Exactly. Bye, TikTok and Facebook and
Stick around,
YouTube.
Zoom. Oh wow, I did that easy tonight.